Maybe I should go watch MLS better than the BS we're watching out there on the football pitch. Guys, we are beyond anger. This is no longer like angry Hussam, shout and get mad and all this. This is just sad. It's just depressing. We cannot defend to save our life. Like, I'm actually sad and upset. I'm legitimately like miserable watching Liverpool Football Club, you guys. Like, you know, you watch like, you know, Chelsea drop points, Arsenal drop points, whatever. And you feel really good. And you're like, yeah, you know, hate watch successful and all this. And then you've got to love watch your own club. And it's just the love ain't loving, you know. And it's just very sad what we're watching out there on the football pitch, because stuff is just not changing, you guys. Stuff is just not changing. We cannot defend to save our lives. And by the way, just to understand something, just for the people at the back, Salah didn't play the whole game today. Mo didn't touch the pitch. You can't praise him for the goals, and you can't blame him for the goals we conceded. But he doesn't play, and everything that I say about it's not an individual's fault comes to fruition. You watch Liverpool Football Club today, and you think, what has gone wrong? Why do we have no control whatsoever? Why do we have such a serious lack of belief? We had 2 opportunities to win that game. Slot is doing this on the pitch. How about you use this slot? How about you use this slot? Instead of pointing at your brain, why don't you use your brain? Why? How on earth did Federico Chiesa not get on that pitch? I do not understand. He saved your job at home to Sunderland. Maybe if I'm in Chiesa's place, I'd have let that go in the back of the net. He saved your job. And he still can't get on the pitch ahead of Cody Gakpo. Some people will claim Mo is washed. Mo is 35, 34. He's a Premier League legend, a Liverpool legend. He can retire tomorrow and walk off into the sunset. How's Gakpo washed at 26? How? Mo at 26 broke the goals record. At least Mo has the age argument. What argument does Gakpo have? It doesn't have any. But all these players look like crap under this manager, including some of the fan favorites like Gravenberg. Today, Gravenberg gave up defensively on the second goal and on the third goal. Completely gave up. And that's part of this. When Slot does this, this is something that I've spoken about multiple times, which is the mental preparation and the mental element of football. I don't think the players are playing for Arne Slot anymore. I don't think that they're fighting for him anymore. I don't think that they have belief in the structure and the system anymore.
Liverpool draw 3-3 with Leeds in what was a Premier League classic of the weekend. Liverpool leading 2-0, 2-2, leading 3-2, a late goal by Leeds. That's why we enjoy football from a perspective of just enjoyment. I mean, if you're a Liverpool fan, you're probably not enjoying that. The question is, how much longer will this go on for Liverpool? I mean, the problem that you have is that you're just very, very bad at football when it comes to defending. And I don't know where it's going to get any better for you, because Sunderland at home, you draw. Leeds away, you draw. You've got people like Brighton and Spurs to come, and I just don't think you're good enough to win games at the moment. And yeah, there's lots of mitigating circumstances with Arne Slot and Liverpool, but when is it going to change? And if you're at the board, you've got to look at it and go, what is going to change? When is it going to change? They can't defend Leeds. Like, you score 3 goals away. Again, you can't defend Leeds. You can't, literally Leeds, but you're 3 goals scored away and you concede 3 goals. I mean, that's a problem. Defensively, they're an absolute state. And most of it is the problem with the centre-backs. I mean, Konate causes that. That's the straw that breaks the camel's back. If he doesn't slide in there and you don't concede from that moment, I think you go on and win the game. But from the minute that penalty happens, and it's so unnecessary, I think it plants the seeds in the head of Liverpool. They start to panic, and then anything is possible. Because Leeds aren't in the game at 2-0. They're not in it at all. They need a spark, and Konate gives it them. So that needs to be analysed, of course. But from Leeds' point of view, the confidence they're going to take from the last 2 games is huge. Scoring lots of goals against Chelsea and Liverpool means they can score goals against anybody. 4 points from 6, not in the bottom 3 anymore. And what that can do is be a real shot in the arm for Leeds and their hopes of staying in the league. So look, very exciting for Leeds and very, fair play. It takes work. It takes talent, it takes dedication, it takes effort to come back like they did in that game, and nobody can take that away from them. But Liverpool I would say huge issues. And look, we've listed it off before. The new signings haven't worked out. Some of the players that were really important last year have dropped off. We've mentioned Konate, Van Dijk. That's been well documented. The players that they've lost in people like Diaz and Trent are a big loss. Robertson obviously isn't playing as much anymore. We've mentioned, obviously, as a player, Jota was a very important player, but also the impact of what happened to him in the summer and the tragedy, how that impacts everything. So, and there are other things as well. So there's a load of reasons why Liverpool might not be the team they were last year, and all valid, and we don't need to argue about what's are the excuses, whatever. The point is, Liverpool aren't the team they were last year. Now, as owners, do you sit there and go, well, this is why we're not the team we were last year? And that's fine. But what I would be saying is, okay, all these things could be reasons. It's nearly Christmas. Are we just going to sit here for the next however long and go, this is why we're crap? Or are we a competitive sports team with a proud history? When is this going to get better? Because all right, let's write off the last 4 months. When is it going to get better then? Because is it just going to stay like this forever? Because it can't. So when is it going to get better? And the problem is, I don't see it getting better. I don't see this getting better. But if I replace the manager and bring a new manager in, and the players respond to that manager, it could get better overnight.